Welcome back to my channel. So this video is all about tape and hair extensions. I've been getting them now for I don't know how long. So over the course of time, I've learned a ton about them, and you guys are always asking me about them. Do I think they're worth it? You know, what does it involve? And I think there are quite a few things that you guys need to know before you get tape and hair extensions, because they are a serious commitment. So I'm gonna tell you guys everything I know. Before we get started, like and subscribe, and if you think there's any chance you might get tape and hair extensions, favorite this video because you're gonna want to remember these little tips. First, I'm gonna show you guys the taking out process. Now, tape and hair extensions are meant to be damage free. However, they do damage your hair a little bit. That's just, it is what it is. If you're super careful, you have a professional do it, and you use professional remover, you really should have little to no damage. But just be aware that not everyone is super experienced with tape and hair extensions, especially because they are so new still. So yeah, they can be done wrong and you can definitely have damage. The glue taking out process is messy. My hair needs a break. I want it to just be healthy and just have a chance to just chill, and I want to be able to like scrub my head. I have taken my extensions out one other time. I used coconut oil. Don't ever do that. Like, some people are like, oh yeah, it's fine, it'll be okay, like you can just use any type of oil to get them out. And like, no, I had so much hair loss and it was so bad. So honestly, I wouldn't even suggest doing this yourself, but because I have done it before and because I've had my extensions in and out so many times at this point, I have confidence that I can do it myself. So I also have this Babe hair extension tape remover. It works really well. My only problem with this is that it's oil based, so it does make my hair like greasy, so then I have to clarify. So I have this Moroccan oil clarifying shampoo, and then once I do that, I'm gonna deep condition my hair. But this is gonna be the first video removal of my hair tape and extensions, and honestly, removal of my self-confidence, because hair makes such a difference. And that's why this video is kind of embarrassing for me, is because now that I've had tape and hair extensions, never want to be without, and don't feel as beautiful without them. That's sad, because physicality should not make you feel confident, but they do, and that's just what it is. So you can see the extension right here, and these ones I used just the regular tape. So there's another hair extension on the opposite side. So what you do is just apply the remover to the tape and then just kind of work it in. And I highly suggest like applying and going through your whole head and applying a remover to every tape, letting it sit and like working it in like this, and then going back and pulling them out, because they are really stuck in there and you don't want to lose any more hair than you have to, really, you know. So I'm just gonna go and apply the remover to all of the tapes. So when you pull them out, you gotta kind of pull them apart, and remember there's two pieces of tape. So the tape, like often the hair will slide right out, and then the tape is like really hard to get out, depending if the remover is right for the tape, which I am using Ulta tape right now and Babe hair extension remover, so this may very well not work for me. I do have to recommend the Ulta tape remover. I think there is alcohol in it. It keeps the hair a lot cleaner. The glue doesn't stay on your hair. However, alcohol is not good for your hair. It's pretty harsh on your hair, so it might be a little bit drying. But I think it is worth the compensation, because I hate this oiliness in my hair. I hate trying to get it out, and I hate that sometimes with this remover the tape really like stays sticky in your hair, and I think that the Ulta remover does a good job of getting it out of your hair. And I have used the Ulta remover with Glam Seamless tape as well as Ulta tape, and it worked really well both times. So just a little something to let you guys know. Like, this piece just kind of came apart. Yay! It came out, and then there's the tape, so it's really hard to see if you actually got the tape out. And then you can see, there we go, you can see this one did pull out some hair. but like you also do lose hair regularly, so like that's not horrible. But you can see this one did really pull out like where it's not supposed to, because you can see like the cuticle on this hair, so it ripped it out of my skull. So some pieces just come out so easy and other pieces are just so stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you guys this one. See, the two pieces just came right apart. Oh yeah, that one slid right out. That's how it should be. You don't want to be pulling out your hair. Like, don't force it. And you have to remember that you are gonna have just like some natural hair loss. So there we go. So like that is natural. Like there's not a bunch of cuticle. I mean, there's a little bit over here, but most of this is just natural. There's not like a bunch of cuticle ends on there. You know, you do lose quite a bit of hair every day just normally. Here's what it looks like when the tape gets stuck in your hair by itself. So you can easily pull the pieces of hair off when you have a remover on there, but sometimes the tape gets stuck and it is actually pretty hard to get out. So this is where sometimes like I'll need tweezers, but I'm hopefully just gonna be able to let it sit a little longer and slide it out of my hair, because I really don't want to rip my hair out. Another thing I want to mention is that if you're going to reuse the hair from the hair extensions, I would go with an alcohol-based remover, because you can use this oil-based remover if you're going to reuse your hair, but then you have to clarify your extensions and remove the tape and stuff after as well. And I feel like the oil-based remover turns the tape into glue, and it's way harder to get off of the hair and your own hair. So I'm doing it because that's all I have, but I don't suggest doing it if you're going to reuse your hair. Okay guys, so it is 11:38. I just finished getting the last little pieces of tape out. I did have quite a bit of hair loss. Some of it is definitely just like natural, and some of it is definitely from the hair extensions. So it took me a little over an hour, which really isn't that bad. It's taken me way longer before, but I didn't have that many extensions in. And also the last couple times I had it done at the salon, it took a little over an hour anyway too. So anyways, here's the aftermath. I just ordered these extensions, and I got them because Jamie Genevieve wears that kind, and so I'm hoping that somebody who has like that much money and that many followers and cares that much about beauty will have really good extensions. Hopefully they will not be really sticky tape. That's my biggest problem. I need extensions that don't have super sticky tape, are really thin, that each piece of hair doesn't weigh a ton, because my hair is thin. I need thin extensions. Not too many places make thin extensions. The Invisalign tape extensions look like they're a piece of hair growing out of your scalp. Those ones are way better, especially for thin hair and especially for putting your hair up in ponytails, but they weigh more, which I don't know why they wouldn't have thought about that. Like, if you're making an extension for people with thin hair, they need to not weigh a lot, because my little tiny thin strands of hair can't hold it up, and then they get pulled out and they break, and it's not good. So I'd like to invent a new kind of extensions that are the Invisalign ones, but that are thinner, they don't weigh as much, and I want to use one-sided tape, which the only place I can find one-sided tape so far is Glam Seamless, and the one-sided tape isn't that good. I definitely have them fall out a lot. Glam Seamless has really sticky tape. They have a beautiful hair, but the tape, like, you can feel the stickiness in your hair immediately when you put them in. You can like move them around, so it's just not cool. And yeah, just rubbing my hand through my hair, I am like having all this hair loss. So yeah, that's how it really is, and I think that people should really be aware of that before they put tape and extensions in their hair. It's the most depressing thing ever. I'm bald though. Just kidding, I have my hair in a bun, but I'm close to bald. It's pretty bad. So I'm gonna be extensionless for like 2 weeks. But I got my extensions, my new extensions from Beauty Works in the mail today. These are the 18-inch, and they look like long as hell, girl. So I don't know, they look more like 20 to me, but I'm not complaining. Hi guys, so I'm finally getting my extensions back in. The queen, Jenna, is putting them in. These are the ones I got from, it was called Beauty Works. So I have high hopes for these ones. Yay! Look at that lake.
Wanna see those great eyes blinded by the smoke. Wanna feel your heartbeat pounding in your throat. Light that cigarette now. Light that cigarette now. Dark clouds getting big. Starry eyes won't help you find your way tonight.
So before you decide to get tape and hair extensions, you should know that there are quite a few things that you're going to want to purchase prior to getting those. The first thing I recommend is a silk scrunchie. So this is going to be really like not damaging on your hair. It's not going to pull and tug and rip it out. So silk is meant to be really gentle on your hair. Another thing you want to purchase is a silk pillowcase. So I got mine from Amazon. I think they're like $30 a piece, which is kind of pricey, but it is really good for your skin as well as your hair. It's gonna keep your hair from getting really tangled at night. Another thing you want to do is put your hair in 2 braids before you go to bed. The braids are just going to keep your hair from getting tangled, and that's going to make your extensions stay in better condition as well as last longer. As well as not damage your own hair as much, because you really don't want these to be getting tangled and then you're having to rip through it. So there are a few other products that I want to talk about. I'm going to mention a Wet Brush Pro. So it's got to say this on it to be legitimate from what I've heard. Wet Brush Pro. So you're going to want one of those. It's just a lot more gentle on your hair than a regular brush. It's not going to rip your extensions out as much. And then you're going to need to buy special shampoo and conditioner. You have to make sure that you have shampoo that you can use with extensions. So not all shampoo and conditioner will work, but this is the #1 recommended shampoo and conditioner for extensions. I do really like the way it feels. It's got kind of like a minty feeling and it smells good. So this is my go-to shampoo and conditioner for extensions. I also do use the AG brand. So that one's a slightly less expensive version of this one, which works pretty well for extensions as well. And then also you want to keep your extensions as hydrated and healthy as you can, and remember they are dead hair, so it's really good to use some kind of oil. Now I chose this oil because it doesn't deposit a color, it's clear, so it's been working pretty well. I do like Wella products, and yeah, it helps keep your extensions like smooth and silky. Okay, so to avoid washing your hair too much while you have your extensions in, because the more you wash them, the more likely they are to wear and you know, become damaged and also come out easier. So this is my favorite dry shampoo, Living Proof. Remember guys, day 2 always feels greasy, but if you can make it past day 2, I swear to God, day 3 your hair feels clean again. So Living Proof dry shampoo. So also you want to deep condition your hair like as often as you can, because remember, it is dead hair and it is dry. So deep conditioning on top of these and on top of these on top of these. You need a lot of products, girls. It's like everyone's like, wow, extensions are really expensive, and they are, but it's not just the hair and the service that you're paying for. It's also all these other products that you're gonna need for upkeep of your extensions. So just be aware of all those things before you go ahead and get them put in. So tape-in hair extensions are pricey. I am going to put the cost of the hair that I have in my head right now on the screen here. So these are from Beauty Works. There were 16 pieces per pack, and I put 2 packs in. Now my hair is really thin, so I can get away with 2 packs easy, and it's actually like a lot of hair. But if you have more hair than me or thicker hair than me, you might need more than that. And hair is expensive. Every time I've gotten it, it's always been over $300. I've spent up to like $800 on the hair alone, and then putting it in costs another couple hundred. So the first time I got them done, it was a total of $800. Now I have to get them done every 3 to 4 weeks. 4 weeks if I'm lucky, usually 3 weeks. So usually 3 weeks before they start falling out and before they start growing out. And then if you think, oh, like, oh, I can go longer, like you can't, because they get too long and they twist and then they rip your own hair out. So be ready for that commitment. That said, here I am with them again. I do think it is worth it. To have long, thick, beautiful hair is something I've wanted my entire life. It's kind of priceless to me. Also, this is the first time I've tried these Beauty Works extensions. I have not washed them yet. You need to wait at least 48 hours before you wash your hair for the first time after getting extensions, or it's going to loosen the bonds. Another thing you need to know is that you cannot put conditioner in your hair, like up in here. You can only put it at the ends, because conditioner will break the bonds of the hair tape. So far, I can tell, well, I know that they're lighter weight because I ordered them purposefully. Because they were lighter weight ones. But so far, trying to put them in nice and tight, so it's not hurting, but they are like right up to my scalp, so I'm not gonna have to get them redone super soon. And I can tell that this part where the tape actually is much thinner than the Glam Seamless ones, which is super nice because they lay more flat on my head. So that's nice. They feel just really comfortable, and so far they're not sticky at all. They're like dry and flat, which is the way that I want them to be. I will keep you guys updated on that in my next vlog. So the initial price of the hair, you can reuse the hair 2 or 3 times, and then I think like it gets too tangly, it gets too split ends and broken, even when you're taking good care of it. So at least $300–400 for hair, plus $175 a month. Be ready for that. Plus the $120 on shampoo and conditioner, and another $30 you're spending on hair oil, however much you're gonna spend on deep conditioning masks for your hair, and a $30 pillowcase, at least one. You probably want more than that so you can change it pretty often. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, I hope you guys love this video. Love you, bye. 8 more days, I'm getting my hair back, girls. Ooh, come back like this. But I have decided that I want to take these extensions out. Excuse this. Excuse